If you are just tuning in, this is NBC Sheila Mack Show here on KCAA Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind. I'm your host, Sheila Mack, and today I'd like to give a special thank you and shout out to AspenLandHoldings.com. Are you looking for a place to protect your hard-earned money from inflation? Maybe you want somewhere you can get away from the rat race and connect with your family. Maybe it's time for a fresh start from the place you are now. Whatever the reason for buying land of your own, Aspen Land Holdings has you covered. We have been able to help hundreds of clients own property with our simple and straightforward buying process. We own the properties you see on our website, so you will deal directly with our sales team from start to finish, and you will always have a real person to chat with at any time during the buying process. The best part, there is no credit check, so you qualify for this amazing opportunity. Our goal is to help people own an appreciating asset to hedge against inflation and to keep it simple throughout the entire process. You can buy a property now that will be in your family for generations to come. We offer low down payments and a variety of monthly payment options to fit your budget. There are no prepayment penalties or hidden fees, so you will know exactly the cost upfront from the beginning. Ready to make 2022 the year you take the leap and buy land? Just head on over to our website, www.aspenlandholdings.com, to check out our current inventory of beautiful properties. We are looking forward to helping make your dreams come true.
Are you ready for a reboot? Welcome to the Sheila Mack Show, reality at its finest. History reminds us those hit hardest often become the change makers. This year, we've all hit crazy economic, social, and emotional rock bottoms. We all get knocked down. Something hits globally, locally, personally. It affects our health, finances, our relationships. We have to recreate a business or career. Each show, Sheila and her special guest will be sharing their reboot stories, guiding you with real solutions to upgrade and up-level emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Here on NBC's KCAA Radio. If you're ready to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and bra straps, enjoy a listen. Here's Sheila.
Welcome to the Sheila Mack Show, reality at its finest. Here we have real people sharing real stories and actionable steps to help you reinvent, rebuild, and reboot your business and personal life on your terms. I'm your host, Sheila Mack, and today we have special guest Jen Zoe. She is the leader, a thought leader, TEDx speaker, and behavior specialist. She's worked in the personal development space for the last 10 years, developing skills in behavior, leadership, empowerment, and healing. After attending a Tony Robbins event, she saw that there were clear parallels between what Tony was doing with people and what she was doing with horses. She became a platinum partner with him, and using her extensive knowledge of horses, has developed unique leadership programs for people using these amazing animals. So from the boardroom to the barn, she has been sharing the healing powers that horses have through her trainings, seminars, and retreats for thousands of people from all walks of life and all parts of the world. Her mission is to radically disrupt the world of horse rescue and share their value rescuing horses have to help people learn, grow, and live an empowered life. All right, welcome to the show, Jen.
Thank you. That was like hearing my bio like read back to me. Like you said, write me a bio, and I'm like, I don't know. I just do stuff. Yeah. So to hear it like read back is like so cool, and to know. Then thank you so much for having me, because this is that's what we do, right? Change lives. Inspire people.
Exactly.
So thank you.
Exactly. So now this show came about based on my new best-selling book, Bootstraps and Bra Straps, the formula
best-selling.
Yes. The formula to go from rock bottom back into action in any situation. And this last couple of years, we've had every situation we could imagine and then some show up. So I'd love for you to share with the audience about a time in your business or personal life where you experienced a tough situation and how you got back on track.
Just one?
Yep.
Damn, I gotta pick one. Well, that's that lottery winning. Well, there is no just one, and I know that you know that from and I love the title of your book, Bootstraps to Bra Straps. We're all bootstrapping into a whatever, but when we're feminine and we're women and we're trying to do, I just want to, you've like so inspired me to like bra straps. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Right.
that too, to keep moving forward. And you've been to my place, you've experienced the horses, and you've had like a little taste of what actually it is. But to answer your question at a little bit deeper level, I don't even kind of know where to start. It's like, damn, like, I don't even know. I really don't. It's like I have so many arrows in my back, and I think that when people like think, oh, arrows in my back, that's going to take you down. But the arrows in your back, when you are trying to do something where you have a mission and a purpose, those are the things that like actually propel you forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's I think the whole beginning was when I woke up to a Facebook message to find out that my ex-husband, I thought my life was like, I wasn't happy. It was miserable, but my life was okay. We were platinum partners with Tony Robbins. We were traveling. We were doing this, like the lifestyle. And then I woke up to a message from a Facebook stranger, really. And she said, you might want to talk to your husband about where he's getting his money. And I know it would have been easier if she had said, hey, anyway. So I got, I kind of got into that. And then I found out that he was doing some things that was inappropriate with money, and, think like Bernie Madoff, but on not so many zeros, but enough, enough that put me in a position that landed him in the federal penitentiary. Wow. And landed me in a space where I was like, now what? So who here has ever done what they should? Got the job, got the degree, got the kids, got the 2.2, got the picket fence, and I did all that. And I'm like, now, and it winded me in a space where I was like, what the? And that was about when you and I met.
Yes.
It really was. And you were actually just a little further ahead of where I was. I'm like, you are the what I want. And, and you were such an inspiration to me. You really were. And I was like, she's such a badass. I want to be like that. And you so inspired me when I was in such a space of fear, and that if you guys are watching this, this woman, Sheila, is like, she really, just coattails, just kind of sit on them just a little bit, because she really is the kind of person that will, she's not going to give it to you, but she'll give it to you in a way that really inspires. And you've been to my place, you've experienced my horses, you've gone through my programs, you've understood what I do, and to this day, you inspire me at such a level that it's really empowering. So anyway, back to where I got like my ass handed to me. I had to start going back and waiting tables. I'm 40 years old. I'm waiting tables and everything. My dad doesn't want anything to do with me. My brother is dying. My brother died of a drug overdose. My mother's dying of like that. Just stack this all up. So now what?
Right.
So now what? And that's where, when you say, bootstrap, bra strap, to what?
Yep.
To what? And it came in the form of a 1,200-pound horse named Trace.
Oh, wow.
And you met Bella.
Yes.
And in fact, you were there the day that Bella arrived on my property.
Right.
You were there for that.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift, for a horse to show up. And she's out. I still have, she's right there.
Ah,
My Bella, my Bella, Bella, Bella. And you
yes.
were there for that.
That was so magical. What a beautiful experience. So I got to visit your Jenner Zen.
And my visit to Zen or Jen was actually, well, I was traveling the world for 7 years straight. So I wanted to share a little bit on this break about a new travel package. If you are just tuning in, this is NBC's Sheila Mack Show here on KCAA Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind. I'm your host, Sheila Mack, and today I'd like to give a special thank you and shout out to Affordable World. Now, Affordable World is something we all need, and that's to make travel affordable again. So, at Affordable World, they believe the best tours combine comprehensive itineraries with extensive, inclusive sightseeing, top hotels, and excellent value. So, they're proud to be one of the few travel companies to offer exactly that blend. Our You Deserve This promotion aims to reach travel enthusiasts who have waited patiently for travel restrictions to be lifted. Promotional code is You Deserve This, and it is valid for $250 off per person on all Affordable World land and air tour packages departing on or after April 1st, 2022. All right, enjoy. And for those tuning in, we are getting back to the show. And if you are watching on demand TV or tuning into my YouTube channel, Sheila Mack Show, here is some footage from back in around 2015 when I visited Jen at Zen or Jen and worked with the horses. It was a magical experience. And now back to our interview.
And see all the horses. And I'm very intuitive. So it's like each horse had their own personality. And I remember I was going and greeting each horse. And then I
Yes.
would tell you about
And it
their.
was called Jen or Zen back then. Now it's called Zen or Jen.
Okay,
Zen. Yeah, but you were right, because we were like kind of like trying to figure things out. But it's
exactly.
like Zen energy, and I'm Jen.
I love that. I love that. And those horses, they speak to you. I remember I went to each one and I would describe their personality. And you're like, how did you know? And I was like, because they just told me. Like you could tell, you can connect with the animals. It's a spiritual experience almost. They speak to us in such a different way.
Yes.
And it's grounding, it's healing, it's incredible. So I'd love to hear, Jen, a little bit more about the programs you've created now and how they work.
Well, girl, you were like kind of like the beta of the beta of the beta, So I'm like, hey, what do you think? And a lot of people are doing that now. And is it okay if I reference books here, because this is a really opportune time for me to reference the Blue Ocean Strategy. Mm-hmm. If you've ever read the book Blue Ocean Strategy, you came out and experienced my horses and do what I was doing way back. That was like 2015, like 6-7 years ago. Mm-hmm. And where we had I was doing something that nobody really understood. It was like, okay, well, we understand therapeutic riding, we understand autism, but we understand if you can't balance, and then there was some post-traumatic stress with veterans, et cetera, but there wasn't anything like what you experienced. Mm-hmm. And there still isn't, and so you were getting this Blue Ocean Strategy experience of going out and understanding what a horse could teach you about your personality, about masculine and feminine energy, about matching and mismatching, about all of these things. And you were like, what? How is this? What? It was just really very at its inception when you came out to experience it. And now we have structure. archetypes, social consciousness, your love languages, like all of these things that come into. And the beautiful thing that it is that it's from an animal that is like the purest mirror of you. It's not your dog. It's like, oh, it's kind of like my dog. And I almost get triggered a little. I'm like, no, it's not like your dog at all. But I get it. Like that's the association that people have, because most people don't have horses. Less than 0.06% of the population own horses. However, the population of Albany, New York, 80,000 get shipped out of this country to be slaughtered.
Oh my gosh. Terrible.
So there's a huge percentage. And I am here to share with you right now. Is Bella an athlete? That little black horse that you met that day you were there?
Such a beauty.
No, but she's a beauty. Did you get value out of that experience?
Oh my gosh, so much. And I didn't know she was new. I remember you said, okay, take her off the trailer. And I was like, all right. And what do I do? And I'm walking her in. And then afterwards, you tell me that she was wild and crazy. And I was like, oh my goodness, really? I would have been scared. But it's almost the one thing I learned from my experience was surrender. It was like, you have to surrender to their greatness, to their energy, and in order to relate and connect. And that surrender was why there was no problem in me walking Bella in. Yeah. It was such a magical experience.
Yes. And more people need.
Yes. So now what can you give me an example for those tuning in of how they could get involved or come visit and have this experience? What does that look like?
Oh, well, and I have to say, we have this hate, love, COVID mask.
Right.
So I'm not going to go there. But the beauty of it for me was I couldn't do the on-site like what you came out. I couldn't do that anymore. So I had to figure it out. And the beauty of it was I knew that there was more to that more people needed to know about this. Than what the one and the one and the one and the one could come out and experience it, which was what I was doing. So I have a really beautiful, like very simple experience that you can come. It's a journey to, we call it the journey to self-love. And you get to, experience all that. And it's virtual. It's very easy. We do some videos. I'm live. I'm right there coaching you through it, sharing with you about did you see, did you see how when she took the horse off the trailer, it did this, and this? And we do it through corporate team building workshops. We do it through interdepartmental conflict opportunities. And it's really it's super easy and easy peasy. And then I run masterminds as a result, after the fact. And we are implementing this in other horse rescues from all walks of life and all parts of the world. Because this little, come experience it, see what it is. Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Do you know how to deal with a Bella? Do you know how to deal with a Sheila? Do you know how to, and then take that to the world. So it's very, very simple. It's very inexpensive. And it's an opportunity to be like the Tony Robbins of the horse personal development world, if you will.
Yes. They're so magical. And that sounds incredible. And that's one thing Tony talked about, being resourceful and having to change things. And actually, it sounds like you're reaching more people this way than ever.
Yes.
And
it's allowed me to reach veterans, women in abusive situations. I'm actually now collaborating with Veterans for Wild Mustangs, collaborative work. And just the reach is infinite. But
Yeah.
here's the key for the people that are watching this and like, oh, I don't know, I don't understand. Just come and take the quiz. See what it is. I have a little quiz. It's not from NASA. I created it. I'm just a little blonde from Southeast Missouri. So just be gentle when it doesn't show up like exactly. It's not. But go take the quiz and they'll show like, oh, are you a Bella? Are you a Dante? Are you a Maverick? Are you a Trace? Kind of like disc profiling or Myers-Briggs. So it kind of helps you understand like the personalities that you would have like through the spirit of a horse. So it's kind of just a fun little way. And then we do a little discovery challenge. But all of the resources go to the horses. All of the understanding goes to you. And then we want to create a community, a contribution community to help save horses and change lives. So that's where we're at.
Nice. That's incredible. So now when you were younger, did you just always love horses, or how did you start working with horses? How did that show up in your life?
That's such a great story. Oh my gosh. You've been to Date with Destiny at least once, right? And Tony Robbins, yeah, for sure. And then this is actually where it came up. And he asks you, he goes, come up with your earliest childhood memory, right? Well, I came up with mine, and it was so compelling. I left the room and I had to call my mom like right away. I'm like, did this really happen? So and she's like, I can't believe you remember that. That is like, you remember that with such startling clarity. And the memory was, we were coming out of the grocery store, my mother and myself, my little pig.
Oh, how cute.
And I was about 3 or 4. I don't know. She says I'm probably about 3. And there was a huge tent, and like where they were doing like an event or something. And there was a person walking a Budweiser, because I'm from St. Louis. I'm from south of St. Louis area. He was walking a Budweiser Clydesdale.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, we're going to go see the horse, So my mom walked over and I, tugged on the guy's leg. I was like, can I ride your horsey? Like,
oh my
the
goodness.
groom of that. Yeah, of course. Like it's his horse, right? Exactly. And he was like, no, I'm sorry, little girl. These aren't special horses. We don't ride these horses. Okay. So we left, or we started to leave. About that time, the distributor's family showed up, the Budweiser distributor. And guess what? He had a daughter about my age, and guess what that little girl got to do?
Ride that horse. Oh my goodness.
And so I was like, but she's getting to ride. All right, get on. So I got to ride, and the horse's name was Baron. I'll never forget it. And it totally changed. It was like, that was it. And I didn't know that, fast forward 34 years, and a divorce and bankruptcy and homelessness and waiting tables and a lot of pain and angst and, all of these things would lead me back to. So if you're watching this, and Sheila, you know this better than most, if you have something that is inside you, listen.
Yes.
Listen. Because that voice, that 4-year-old version of yourself that wants to express itself, but doesn't feel safe to, or has a protector that needs to, keep it quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not this girl. So I'm here with my 4-year-old and my 40-year-old version and my 400-year-old version of myself saying, horses are magic.
They really, really are. That's wonderful. So now, what advice would you give your younger self with all this that you've gone through now?
Oh my God, that's such a great question. Oh my gosh. I haven't had that question in a while. Tony asked me that question.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. And then his answer was that his response to it was, now that you know that you're strong, you don't have to work at it so hard anymore. That
Right.
was what he said to me. Like
Nice.
Tony Robbins said those words to me. Now
Oh.
that you know that you're strong, you don't have to work at it so hard anymore. And maybe that's what I would say. I know that I have like things that I need to still work on and address and whatever. But I think that would be it. Like, now that you know that you're strong, stay with that strength and stop working so hard
Oh, yes. Yes.
and allow.
Exactly.
Don't. This is what. Who wears it? This stupid. Who came up with these spiritual gangster shirts? Spiritual. What the frick? Like spiritual. Hustling gangster. What the? No. Just allow.
Yes, yes.
There's
And
beauty in that.
I have a mantra that the universe conspires for our highest and best good. And sometimes we get redirected, rerouted. Things happen to remind us of who we really are. And
Yes.
that's it.
And is it okay? Lower your tolerance for pain. You guys, if you're watching this, freaking lower this listen. And the beauty of everything when it comes to horses and the inception of it is this. I am not a horse whisperer because I whisper to the horses. I'm a horse whisperer because I listen to the whisper of the horse. And if you can listen to the whisper of the universe, the level of pain that you will experience will be lessened, and you can align instead of hustle, and you can flow instead of grind, and you can believe in yourself, and it will change your life.
Exactly. That's beautiful. So beautiful. So now I'd love to hear a little bit more about where people can connect with you if they want to join the program, the training, or learn more about all you're doing.
Oh, thank you. I love that. You can join my Zen Club, zenergen.net/rescue. That's easy peasy. It's nothing. The membership is like the whole idea is let's feed one horse for one day. $17. It costs $17 to feed one horse for one day. And so Zenergen, just go to Zenergen. Zenerj. Everybody's like the G. But
Yes.
Zenergen is that's it. And just
Beautiful.
join the club. That's really is the best way. You can come, see what my discovery challenge is about, or go to my website and just see what fits for you. But really, honestly, it's about like saving horses and changing lives. I have some non-disclosure agreements that I'm dying as an extrovert. I'm like, wow, I'm dying to tell you about. But when you join, you guys will. Everybody that's in the group, in that community, it's a contribution community, and you'll be the first to know of everything. So zenergen.net/rescue. Rescuing horses, saving horses, and changing lives.
That is so good. And there's one thing that's really important during this time is to listen and not forget who you really are. So now, what message would you have for those tuning in that have really been in a situation where they're rebuilding? They're at a rock bottom right now due to this crazy COVID or whatever else happened, a divorce, something else. What advice would you give them?
Oh, three things. Number one, proximity is power. We get around the ecology of somebody that is giving you something good. Like get around. Two, get Audible. Get listen, like the Audible, the app.
Yes.
And listen to books.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the ones I've listened to recently was "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins. Great book.
Yes.
Listen, like, feed your mind. And
Yes.
two, get outside, get in nature, get out.
Mm-hmm.
And these aren't necessarily in order, but be mindful of who you surround yourself with. Feed your mind with something powerful like superfoods,
Yes.
and get out in nature. One of the biggest things that fuels me is going out and petting my horses and kidding around them. And our civilizations were built on the backs of horses,
Yeah.
and now less than 6%, 0.06% of the population owns a horse. Like,
Mm.
so they fought our wars, they carried our families, they plowed our fields. In 1908 was the number one selling product in the Sears and Roebuck catalog was, Sears. Okay, who here is old enough to know that the Sears catalog? We all like, right. And actually, it was the buggy whip. It was like something for horses in 1908. That was less than 100 years ago. But now we're screen time and time. Get out in nature. Get in front of somebody. Get around people that are quality. That would be my absolute best advice.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And the catalog makes me think of the Sears catalog and the JCPenney catalog. When I was a little girl, I
I
was
know.
making vision boards back when they didn't have the name vision boards. Let me tell you.
I know. It's so true. It's so true.
What I want. And you know what? It would show up. It was so wild. And
And it does. And
yeah.
by the way, yeah. So I've gotta run.
Yes,
I've gotta
yes.
go. But I gotta tell you how beautiful it's, what you're saying is so true. It's like, what you put out there is what actually happens. And it's so, so
Definitely.
true. And get out, or surround yourself with positive people. Like Sheila, you and I, even though we don't talk on a regular basis, like, it's like nothing for us to pick up the phone and go, "Hey, what's going on?" Because we
Right.
are in alignment with our value system.
Exactly. Exactly. So thank you again, Jen. One more time, share your website, and thank you again for being a guest on the
Thank
show.
you, Zenerjen, ZENERJEN.com, and then everything else is all on there. You can, and you know what? Call me. I don't care. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. I want to know what people are want to do about this. Like, let's save horses and change lives. And
Yes.
they've saved my life. I hope that they can save others too.
All right. Thank you again, Jen. And for those tuning in, we'll be back after these messages. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, it was wonderful having Jen on as a special guest. And to learn more, visit zenerjen.com, ZENERJEN.com. If you are just tuning in, this is NBC Sheila Mack Show here on KCAA Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind. I'm your host, Sheila Mack, and today I'd like to give a special thanks to Folio, our sponsor. And one of the things about Folio that I love is my email has been really full. So if you collaborate on work through your email, you have to try Folio. Folio by Ametry uses AI to transform the chaos of your email into a powerful deal organizer, project manager, and workflow compressor. The average Folio user saves over 20 hours a month by skipping tedious and repetitive email tasks that get in the way of doing the work that actually needs to be done. See why over 100,000 business professionals rely on Folio to keep their projects, deals, and clients on track. Go to tryfolio.pro, that's try, T-R-Y, folio, Folio.pro, to learn more and start saving time on email today. No download, no setup, or credit cards required. That's tryfolio.pro. Volume 8. Dear Sheila, it's the holidays, and I'm dealing with an overwhelming sense of grief that is secondary to the loss of my family members
that occurred during the holiday season almost 2 years ago. I'm attempting to resume my family traditions with a smile on my face, but my heart is troubled and sad. I'm grateful for the numerous friends and my support network that I am blessed with. However, I'm hoping that you can offer some insight and suggestions to help me keep my healing heart in perpetual motion this time of year. Thank you. Sincerely, Blue Christmas. Dear Blue Christmas, I'm so sorry for your loss. Losing more than one family member during the holidays is very difficult. I can't imagine. And one of the things that has helped me get through holiday seasons, because I've lost quite a few family members myself, was to change my holiday celebrations, to celebrate my loved ones that have crossed over in a different way, gave me a new tradition. And that may help you as well. I'm not sure how you celebrate your holidays or how you did in the past, but save a place for them at the table, maybe have a ceremony for them and send them love, and then stop and pause for a moment before you plan your holidays this season and think about what, if they were living with you today now, what would they want for you as your relative? What would they want to see for your happiest holiday this year? For myself, with my children, I think what I would want for my children is for them to continue to celebrate and live their best life every day, including on the holidays. And I would appreciate their memories and thoughts of me. So I think that may help. And just forming new traditions. Because whenever there is a life shift, whatever it is, divorce, or kids grow up and they have their own family units, they can't travel to see us, whatever it is, our holidays are going to shift over time. And grieving a loss of more than one loved one is the hardest, for sure. Yet these are things that are going to happen. And so to have a new form of holiday will make a big difference for you. I hope this helps. As always, I wish you life, love, laughter, and light. Thank you for listening to Dear Sheila. I also journeyed to India with a beautiful group of friends and attended the O&O Academy, and back in the day, the One World Academy as well. And there was so much transformation. I literally had to get special permission to get up and walk around because it was so hard for me to meditate when I first started. Yet it has truly gotten me through some of the tough times in life and is now a practice that I do daily. I'd love to share with you a brief meditation. This is a free meditation for when you are getting ready to reboot your life. This is a great way to get grounded first before you start doing all the other work, to just take a moment and get grounded. So here we go. Welcome to the Boots Meditation. I'm Sheila Mack, your guide. If you are driving, pull over to a safe space or just listen and do the breathing, and then later commit to going back and re-listening to this meditation when you have time to truly go into a deep healing meditation. So begin, if possible, by sitting on the ground, on a mat or on a pillow, sitting up straight and tall. Take 3 slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, slowly breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. And one more time, breathing in gratitude through your nose, breathing out all the cares of the world in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now slowly raise your hands to your sides and then overhead while closing your eyes and continuing to completely let go of anything that's no longer serving you. Breathing in peace, breathing out anything you no longer need. Raise your hands and stay connected to your breath as you're slowly breathing in and out. And now, as your hands are raised to the sky, give thanks. Give thanks to your hands, to the sky. Give thanks to the clouds and the loving light energy of the sun. And next, as you continue to slowly breathe in and out, pull your hands slowly down to the ground, bringing the love and light energy from the heavens to you, and then let your hands softly embrace the ground. Breathing in and out. Thank your source, thank God, Creator, and your dear Mother Earth. Ask for the grounding you may need to start rebuilding, reinventing, and rebooting your business and life, this time guided and completely on your terms, coming from a peaceful space and place of groundedness. Continue feeling the ground beneath you, breathing in sunlight, breathing out love. And next, continue your breathing. And now you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Breathing at your own pace. Make a gentle turn with your arms outstretched a little bit less than shoulder height, and slowly turn safely to your right side. And as you're doing this, continuing your breathing at your own pace, in and out. Gratitude in, love and light out. Send gratitude for all the small right actions that you are choosing now, and each right action that you are going to take moving forward as you turn toward your right. Continue your breath work and slowly turn now toward the right rear of the room or outdoors where you're seated. Holding space and gratitude, breathing in and out. Space and gratitude are being held for what has transpired behind you. Give thanks for the past, for the times you've learned, the lessons you've learned, the times you've listened, and the times you've made it victoriously toward the beautiful present now. Continue your breath work in gratitude, returning slowly to the front-facing position, and then let your hands peacefully be planted back down on the earth. Again, slowly taking a deep breath in and out. Breathing in love, breathing out light. Taking in even more gratitude and releasing out any person, any place, or anything which is not aligned with your current life purpose. Breathing out anything that's not aligned with your current mission. Breathing in love and light, and breathing out anything that no longer serves you. Continue your breathing and slowly raise your arms to your sides, straight out, slightly lower than your shoulder height, and then slowly turn toward your left. Send gratitude to all your loved ones, your family, your friends, people in the community that have helped bring you beautiful things. Think about even the clothes on your back or the food on your table and all the people involved in making that happen. Give gratitude to those people you've never met that have now put so much love and light in your life. Send gratitude also, maybe even to those past. In each person's lifetime, there will be a series of waves of rock bottom events. These times are when your identity needs a reboot. These are the sacred and historic times that offer you a chance to reinvent and reboot your business and personal life on your terms. I hope that your life is always blessed and that you will never need a guide. However, if you need help, accountability, community, and connection, along with a rock-solid reboot plan, then my new book, Bootstraps and Bra Straps, will be like having me by your side. It is now available on Audible, Amazon, Kindle, and includes a free mini online course, meditation, plus 11 additional guided application workbooks. Grab a copy of my new best-selling book, Bootstraps and Bra Straps, the formula to go from rock bottom back into action. Bootstraps and Bra Straps, now available on Amazon, Audible, and wherever fine books are sold. And now a message from our sponsor.
Tahibo Tea Club's original Pure Pau de Arco Super Tea helps you build the red corpuscles in the blood, which can carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. A 1-pound package of tea is $34.95 plus shipping. To order, please visit lovemysupertea.com. That's love, L-O-V-E, my, M-Y, super, SUPERTEA.com. So the complete website is lovemysupertea.com, or call 818-288-4128, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, California time. That's lovemysupertea.com at 818-288-4128.
If you are just tuning in, this is NBC Sheila Mack Show here on KCAA Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind. I'm your host, Sheila Mack, and I have a special Happy New Year announcement for you. That's right, just for beautiful, authentic you. So in this new year, I am personally plugging in all my 2022 up-leveling routines. That's right, I'm not doing goals, or as much to say as I'm not just doing a resolution that I talk about or just write it down on a list. I'm actually already scheduling in the small acts that I need to do each day that are actually going to bring me results over this 365, I guess, or less now, when you're listening in 363 to whatever it is, days. So at any rate, one of the things that I would like to introduce is that we will be having some talks on business and investing. That's right, business and investing reboots this year. So if you are looking to do a side gig, or you have a business yourself, or you're in a career and you are looking to earn some extra money, I have some tips and different things that my family, I have 6 grown children, we will all be participating in some of these and trying them out and sharing opportunities with you. And then we will also be talking about real estate investing, which is something that I have done since I was very young. So my real estate investing experience comes from, well, when I was 18 and a half years old, I bought my first little triplex. I was already working at Jet Propulsion Lab in JPL in Pasadena, California, where we have the famous Rose Bowl every year right near there. And so I saved up my money and bought this little triplex. It was very humble kind of fixer thing. And I lived in the back teeny tiny unit and rented out the best parts to everyone else. I guess I was house hacking before that was a term. And I continued to save up and invest. I was very creative on my financing, still going to school and working. So, from that to investing in many different properties, I started gift stores at 23, and the first one I leased at $5,000 a month. And I said, wait a minute. That's a lot of money to be giving to somebody, the landlord, every single month. And my mortgage, if I can save up enough to put down, I can get into a mortgage. And you know what? With business credit, which I will be sharing all about, I did just that. And business credit is a magical secret. So if you don't have a side gig, that's why that first part is important with your investing, is to have that extra income or side gig, have an LLC or an S Corp. So setting that up at 23 when I started my gift stores, by the end of the first year, I had more buying power than most people. I had a corporation's buying power. Like, they would give me credit. You can't believe I could just walk into any dealership and they'd have these specials. I'd get the best credit, like 0 interest. I'd be able to negotiate the deals on things, different vans or whatever I needed for the store. And it was just incredible. And I actually used the business credit to purchase some of the properties. One was the headquarters and rental property. And so I had some mixed use, and I actually purchased the other 4 buildings and stopped leasing and just became an owner. And so I got into real estate and investing from being an investor, and then later as other store owners were really interested in and wondered, wait a minute, you're half my age, they would say. And how are you buying buildings? What is going on? And so with that, I went ahead and I got my real estate license and started sharing about that. Worked at a small owned brokerage. And then from there, helped and led some real estate courses for real estate agents on 1031 exchange, and have done multiple 1031 exchanges and helped many small business owners and families to invest in property. So I'll be sharing about my journey and how this year, even if you think, this sounds like, how is this possible? I'm going to help you figure out if that's something you're interested in, ways that you can make it become a real possibility for 2022 moving forward. So I hope you tune into my show. There will be some upgrades. We will still be doing lots of incredible interviews with amazing people, sharing about resources and reboots and ways they got back on track and hearing their stories. And also we will be getting step-to-step challenges and ways for you to tune in, call in, and ask questions and be guided to actually make 2022 a wonderful time for your business and your personal life. All right, so stay tuned. I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon.